hours to completely clear up.
The issue now is they used a lot of foam, and apparently oil was released from the transformer. So the goal now is to contain the foam and the oil so it doesn't go into any of the storm drains, which could possibly leak into the Hudson River. And the appropriate personnel have been called on site to minimize that damage and to survey that.
So Governor Cuomo says that it may take up to 40 hours to contain the oil spill, but environmentalists are not really buying this. We spoke to investigative journalist Greg Palast, who told us that such an oil spill just simply cannot be contained in just 2 days.
No, I mean, one of the problems of oil is that it goes all over the place. And look, the state and Con Ed already dropped a boom, and Entergy, the other owner, dropped a boom around the oil, which they thought would contain the oil. So same guys that screwed it up in the first place. First they had an explosion, then they couldn't contain the oil. Now they're saying that they can contain the oil. I can tell you, I worked on the Exxon Valdez spill, which of course is a lot bigger. But you know, the idea that you can run around corralling all that oil is silly, sick, and ain't going to happen.
We started to inspect other parts of the river, and when we saw oil sheen that was even across on the other side of the river, that stuff's never going to get cleaned up.
This latest incident at the Indian Point nuclear facility reignited debate whether this station should be in operation at all. Now, environmentalists here in this area who call themselves river keepers have been insisting that the station needs to be shut down. Its equipment is obsolete, and it pretty much is a disaster waiting to happen.
It has to be put out of operation. It is now 53 years old. The infrastructure is very old. It is very old technology. It's also starting to, you're starting to see problems with it. More and more you're seeing leakages and fires like this. An Indian Point 3 reactor only has a firewall there, fire protection insulation to last for 24 minutes, where other nuclear power plants have it to last up to 3 hours. This is something that they have gotten a waiver from the NRC to have. That's not acceptable. We've got to have this plant closed down. It doesn't even meet the standards of what nuclear plants are supposed to meet in the United States.
The Indian Point's nuclear power plant was put in operation in the 1960s, and most of its equipment, according to the environmentalists, has not been upgraded ever since. And this is creating major grounds for concerns. So we are continuing to follow the situation, both with the oil spill and whether there will be any actual feedback coming from the U.S. Congress on the idea of shutting this power station down. Alexei Roshevsky, RT, reporting from the Indian Point's nuclear facility in upstate New York.
Just be quiet for once in your life. In a few minutes, be loud as you like. But for now, forget what you're going to say.